morning. Welcome to WFMS. We're getting news out to you. Hey, Franklin Middle School staff and students, who has it better than us? Nobody. That's right. Good morning, everyone. Today is Friday. It is January 15th, and we finished up a week here. Finishing up a week, finishing on a strong note. And we've got a great picture here of 6th grade literature teacher. This is Mrs. Nesbitt, and she has a picture of her students, and her students are working with her. She is working with students remote and in person, and we've got lots of different protocols and procedures that we're following, and it's just wonderful because we're reinventing ourselves. And I know that can be really hard at times, but it also can be very rewarding when we find out new ways to find success. So kudos to remote teachers, kudos to hybrid teachers, kudos to high flex teachers. Know that everybody's working really hard. All right, hey, B-Day students, you're synchronous. You're going to be meeting on Zoom. And A-Day students, you're asynchronous. And going to talk a little bit about gradebook. Going to talk about that here in a second. Hold on that. Today's welcoming ritual. What is one organization tip you have for school? What is one thing you do that is working for you as an organizational tip that you have for school? Do you have a binder? Do you have color-coded folders? Do you have a thing that you do with your laptop that helps you stay organized? Do you have a calendar? Think about those things. What are things that you can do or a tip you have to stay organized at school? Here's that asynchronous button. We've talked a little bit about it, and we want students, when they're asynchronous, to click it. And a great idea would be to do this in your advisory period. And there's the banner down below. It's on the FMS website. You click on it, and it takes you to the attendance check-in on our intranet. And you're going to click attendance check-in, and then click the box saying, I am in attendance, and will check my class assignments in Canvas and Google Classroom, complete assigned work, and attend classes as required by my teachers. And again, if you just click that box, that's not good enough. We need to make sure that we're doing our work. We need to make sure we're contacting and communicating with teachers, that we're hitting that submit button, not just in Google Classroom, that we're hitting that submit button here on attendance, and making sure that we're getting counted for our attendance. All right, a couple of important dates. Friday, B-Day hybrid students, you're going to be in person for classes. And we are going to be celebrating and honoring Dr. Martin Luther King on the 18th. It's a 3-day weekend, and today's actually his birthday, January 15th. All right, got a nice slide here to commemorate. Each year on the third Monday of January, we observe Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s Day and reflect on his work. On January 18th, 2021, Dr. Martin Luther King holiday marks the 26th anniversary of the National Day of Service. This day was established to honor the life and legacy of Dr. King and to encourage all Americans to volunteer to improve their communities. And we've had an essay contest that students have done really well. I Have a Dream essay, and it's just something that inspires all. And if you get a chance to Google Dr. Martin Luther King, I Have a Dream, just great words of wisdom. And you could go down a great rabbit hole of finding great stories of Dr. Martin Luther King. Encourage you to do that. All right, I want to talk a little bit about these laptops. Daily reminder for all students. You're required to carry your Chromebook bag and the Chromebook in the bag, and make sure that you have your charger. And the thing we want you to do is we want you to make sure it's zipped up. Now, if you drop this, it could cost you some money. Our replacement Chromebook's $200. And that's why we need you to use the bag, and making sure it's zipped up is so it doesn't slip out. So please make sure you're carrying your Chromebook and the bag and your charger. And we got another little tip here regarding the Chromebook. Take a look at that picture on the left-hand side. Do not put the bag on the top shelf. Here's why. It won't fit long ways. And if you try to stick it in short or long ways and try to shut your locker, it's too long. It won't fit. And you can't put it on the bottom of the locker that way because it can get jammed and stuck. And we also don't want you to put anything heavy on top of it. So a great thing you can do, a tip that we can give you, is to make sure you're hanging up your Chromebook on the hook in your locker. Now, there's 3 hooks in there. Find a hook, hook it up. All right, so the Chromebook bag should be hung on a hook in your locker. Don't put it on the shelf. All right, good advice, great tips there. Moving on here. Bing, bang, boom, tutoring. It's going to be going Tuesday through Friday next week. Pardon me, Tuesday through Thursday next week because we have Monday off. And normally it's going to go Monday through Thursday, 3 to 4. On Canvas pages, we've got an FMS tutoring button. You click it, you sign up, and you get a Zoom invite sent to you. We can get you some help. We can have students get these grades going in the right direction. All right. Now, I want to talk about how to check your grades. Okay, I want to talk a little bit about how to check your grades. So you're going to log into the internet with your username and password. Okay, so you get to the sps186.org website, and you're going to click intranet. That's that top left red arrow. That's going to take you to a login page where you're going to use your district username and password. You then are going to click cumulative folder. Click that cumulative folder, and it's going to take you to, it's going to take you to your grade book. And you can click on all of your teachers' grade books and take a look. And the number one thing that's hurting those grades are zeros. The number one thing that's hurting those grades are missing assignments. And we're getting very close to the midway point of third quarter. It starts to go fast. And it seems like it's starting to go fast. Hybrid students, we've almost completed the first week of that. So whether you're remote or hybrid, we want to make sure that you get onto the district intranet, put in your username and password, click on that cumulative folder, and check those grades. All right, we've got some extracurriculars going on. All right, this upcoming Wednesday, we've got 6th grade remote only. This Thursday, 7th grade remote only. Wednesday the 20th, we've got hybrid 6th grade only, and 7th grade on Thursday, hybrid only. You sign up on the door of Miss Huffman's class. You can send her an email to find out more. And we have a art gallery that we're going to do a little broadcasting of. We're going to get a little visual on that. But if you're walking down that 8th grade hallway by the art room and you look up, you're going to see 4 fantastic pieces of art that have been created and matted. And we're going to be doing that monthly, getting student art up in that hallway. Say kudos to Mrs. Huffman for that. And kudos to our local artists. We have some fantastic Falcon artists, some really great talent walking these hallways, and they're very creative. So we want to keep that spirit alive. So take a look at that. Students, if you're interested in art after hours, please take a look at this slide and reach out to Mrs. Huffman with questions. One more time. Reminder about those school supplies. You're bringing your Chromebook, your bag, and your charger. You're putting it in a backpack. You got pens and pencils to write with. You got a calculator, pack it. You got a folder and notebook, bring it. Textbooks, library books, and literature books, please remember to bring those. And then, of course, a water bottle. We're doing a nice job with that. If you're needing school supplies, students, please reach out to me, Miss Crum, Miss Greco, Miss Womack. Talk to your teacher. They can talk with us, and we can help you get the things that you need to be successful. We've got some news from Mr. Nofel, and this is regarding math counts. Math counts practice will take place Monday at 1 o'clock. Monday at 1 o'clock. And good luck to the FMS Scholastic Bowl team in the second round of the Rockford Knights Challenge Middle School Scholastic Bowl Tournament. And Mr. Nofel, we appreciate you and all that you do. Great photo. Scholastic Bowl results. We've got some results last week. 3 FMS teams participating in the tournament prelims, and here are the highlights. The A team, FMS A team finished 4-1 in their group, advancing to the championship round this Saturday. Ethan B. and Shree T. both averaged 55 points per game. That's like Wilt Chamberlain numbers there. Tied for 11th place out of over 120 students. I love hearing that. FMS B team, led by Anshul, finished 18th out of 120 students in points per game. And the FMSC team, this team is made up of entirely 6th grade students. They defeated Rockford Marshall's A team. There we go. And you might think A team, B team, C team. We've got a fantastic Scholastic Bowl team. And they work against one another. And Coach Nofel, we appreciate you coaching them up and challenging them. and stretching their brain so they can take out the competition. That's right. All right, take a look here. We're going to want to go over this one real quick. Hey, these are the COVID symptoms. If you have any of these symptoms, we're asking you to stay home. If you have any of these symptoms here at school, you go to the school nurse and they make a determination and you might have to be sent home. So we want you to make sure that you're coming to school healthy. And if you have any of these symptoms, stay home. If you have any symptoms during the school day, you'll talk with our school nurse and we'll work our process. So please, thank you for keeping these in mind when you come in. And we've been doing a really good job with that in the morning and along with the temperature check. Going to do one more here, one more quick one. This is the hallways. They've been really good. They've looked really good. You guys are doing an excellent job of staying socially distant. So you've seen the markers that are everywhere. They're on the right-hand side, or both sides. And when we're traveling through the hallways, we want to make sure that we're always on the right. You see those arrows. It's a good directional reminder. You need to do your very best to keep your distance between yourselves and other students. When we're waiting in the hallways for the teachers to open the doors, you're doing a nice job socially distanced. I've seen excellent mask wearing. And then students, you're quick and efficient in your lockers. We're not waiting for a friend. Okay, so when you go and you're putting up your stuff before you come down to lunch, we're getting our coat, we're getting in that locker in and out, and we're not waiting for a friend. They'll find you. You'll get down there. And lastly, just a reminder, we're going to our lockers before school, before lunch and after lunch, and at the end of the school day. And one more quick reminder in those hallways. Okay, one more quick reminder in those hallways. If you're needing help in the morning, okay, if you're needing any help in the morning getting to your locker, we want you to try and do that yourself. But we've got plenty of adults, so I don't want anyone to panic or worry or get scared. Okay, just make sure when you're in that hallway, you're trying to stay socially distanced, doing a good job, and make sure if you're needing some help at your locker that you reach out. Okay, we've got some shout outs. First shout out's coming from Anna W. Anna W says, I'm going to give a shout out to Mrs. Huffman because every Tuesday to Friday, she's always putting a smile on my face. And I like listening to her stories that she tells. She does have some good ones. Yeah. Thank you, Anna, for sending that in. This one goes out to Mrs. West. This one's coming from Nina. I've never been very good at history or geography, but thanks to Mrs. West, I can understand them both a lot better. She is an amazing teacher, and I wanted to say thank you. Very kind words indeed. Thank you, Nina. Nevaeh, send this one out to Mrs. Allender. My shout is for my literature teacher, Mrs. Allender. She's a good teacher. I really enjoy reading in her class. She puts books on Epic for me to read. She is nice, but also tough. You know what, Nevaeh? She is nice. She is tough, and that's a good thing. Good job, Mrs. Allender. And I love that you're getting on Epic, Nevaeh. Wonderful. All right, next up, we've got a shout out from Mac, and this one goes out to Mrs. Barnes. I want to give Mrs. Barnes a shout out because if I have missing assignments, she will schedule a time to meet and get it done. She's also nice, funny, and helpful. She makes every student smile when they come to class. Thank you, Mrs. Barnes. Nice words from Mac. Excellent. Love hearing that. This one, next one, this one's from Ariel. It's going out to Mrs. Montgomery. I want to shout out Mrs. Montgomery because she is an awesome teacher. She is serious, but also funny at the same time. I love the different things we do in PE every day, and she gets me ready for the rest of my day. Absolutely. If you're starting off with PE and you're getting your heart pumping, I know Mrs. Montgomery and Mr. Snar alike, they're trying to get your blood going in the morning. Muster up your strength and grit. There you go. Nice shout out, Ariel. And then I've got a verbal shout out. There's a little pat on my back. This one's coming from Dexter. Dexter, thank you. Dexter gave me a shout out today. He wrote it down on a piece of paper in orange marker. He made it look exactly, I'm talking exactly like the ones that we send in via computer. And I was thankful. It made my day, Dexter. Students, if you're wanting to send a shout out, it's on our FMS website, left-hand side, colorful tab. You can't miss it. Encourage you to do so. It's nice to get those shout outs. All right, Scholastic Bowl question of the day. This one's miscellaneous. The fictional characters Sherry Ames, Catherine Barkley, and Hot Lips Houlihan all have this job. Identify this procession whose real-life practitioners have included author Walt Whitman, one of the few men with this job in his day, Louisa May Alcott, Dorothy Dix, Clara Barton, and Florence Nightingale. I think if you've studied some history, you might know this one. Think you know the answer? It's coming up soon. We have a math trivia brain teaser of the day. Can you figure out this one. Blood, water. Blood, water. Blood, water. Okay, I think I got it. Do you have it? Okay, think about this. Can you figure out this play on words? Think you know the answer. That one will come up shortly. All right, we've got our word of the day, and it looks like we're into the letter N, and the word is narrate. Narrate, to give a detailed account of. Standing amid bags of garbage, he starts sorting, tearing open plastic bags, and narrating his finds. So when you narrate something, you're telling a detailed account. Who is the person in a story that's telling the story? That's the narrator. Might be a narrator in a movie. So when you narrate something, you're giving a detailed account. I like that word. All right. Very timely on this one. January 15th, 1929, Martin Luther King Jr. was born. We've got a nice quote here. Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? It's a great question. Great quote. All right, we've got, go from a great quote on this day in history, and then you have to just bring me on down. Bad quote, bad pun. All right, what do we have here? Labeled a nasty snowstorm. I hope you end up with on a snow cone with syrup all over you. I hope you end up yellow. Oh yeah, I hope you end up on some kid's tongue. I hope you turn all to slush. A nasty snowstorm. I guess it makes you giggle a little bit. Doesn't make me giggle. Moving on. All right, we want to say happy birthday to Nevaeh Horton. Happy birthday Saturday to Aubrey Hampton. Happy birthday Monday to Thanasia Crawford. Happy birthday Monday to Lavea Edmonds. Happy birthday Monday to Lacey Gates. Happy birthday from us to you. Let's take a look at the weather. Before we do, we've got Miss Preckwinkle and her class. We were navigating some technology, and Miss Preckwinkle was on the big screen, and she was connecting with her class. And in the very back, you can see former Falcon retiree, Mrs. Dorr, and that's Mrs. Preckwinkle's first hour, so we love seeing that. All right, on to the weather. Great job. Friday, 35, Saturday, 34, Sunday, 30, and Monday, 34. We are in the middle of January, and 30s is okay. And we've got that little blue star thingy, that blue asterisk under the cloud. That means we might get a little bit of snow. We would encourage a little bit of snow, but only after lunch on Friday. We want to get through our lunch periods. That's selfish of us, but we do. Just keeping it real. All right. Scholastic Bowl answer. Louisa May Alcott and others, Walt Whitman, those examples, they were all nurses. And the trivia, math, brain teaser answer, you had blood over water, but the blood was in a bold font. The water was in a thin font, and that saying is blood is thicker than water. Blood is thicker than water. And we've got some pictures of some classroom Zooms. Pardon me, some classes engaging. Looks like we have Miss Mariotti's classroom on the left. On the top, we've got Mrs. Chiquino's classroom. And on the bottom, we've got Mrs. Osmundson's classroom. Excellent. Love seeing that. Now, let us observe a moment of silence. Now let us rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we've got a quote at the bottom. I have a dream, another connection to Martin Luther King Jr. Remember, we don't have any school on Monday. We've got a 3-day weekend, so that's nice. Franklin Middle School staff and students, we want everybody to have a great day. And remember, it's all about choices. Read, write, respond at Franklin Middle School. It's our focus.